Hey there, Justin from U-Joint Off-Road in Colorado here. This is the one everyone's been waiting for, 2001 E350 V10 Chinook. This thing has got quite the story to it. So this guy bought this. It's in impeccable shape with the intention of doing a four-wheel drive conversion on it. Got talked into somebody local to him up in Idaho, or got talked into doing a four-wheel drive conversion with a local guy who said he could do it no problem. And turns out that he couldn't. So what happened was the guy basically got the thing, took the front suspension out, took the transmission out, and then it just sat at his place for like almost 3 years, completely untouched. So eventually the customer just gave up on the guy, got him eventually to put the stock front suspension more or less back in it enough so he could get it transported out of there, and brought it down to us to get a proper four-wheel drive conversion done. But unfortunately, before it left, the guy poked a hole in the shell in the back with a forklift. So kind of a crappy situation, but we finally got them all sorted out here. So standard recipe stuff. Got our 6-inch four-wheel drive conversion. Single Fox 2.0s, cleaned up the whole frame, repainted it. Got Alcan custom spec springs in it. It's got a stage 3 front axle in it, so all the Dynatrack goodies, everything from the knuckles out. 456 gears, Detroit True Track, straight tie rod. Got all the goodies in the front here also. So got our FB003 front bumper with a Warren VR12S winch. Got the Baja lights in it. Got our Agency 6 fair lead. And then the factory 55 thimble, front receiver, OBA port. This does have our OBA, so it is plumbed up. Anderson port's wired up. Got these super cool Vantage Optics lights in it. Bushwhacker fender flares, of course. Cab chassis side steps. And we've got the American Racing Baja 17x9 wheels in the front. And then Falcon Wild Peak 285 7017 in the front. So it went a little bit different on the S-Pod location on this one. We usually do them up in the door up here, right above the window switch panel, but we didn't want to disturb any of the factory Chinook wood paneling on anything. So this is kind of an alternate mounting spot here. So did that. And then we've got our little four-wheel drive indicator light down there. And this got our disconnect shifter as well. Check this thing out inside. It's a time capsule. Super cool. So 4R100 came out. Got a full rebuild and upgrade on that, new torque converter and everything. NV271 transfer case. It's got our U-joint crossmember, transmission crossmember in it. 1350 CV drive shafts front and back, which is nice. Big upgraded Hellwig sway bar. This already had this big old giant sway bar in the back, so we reused that with some custom links, the direct mount. Of course, custom spec springs in the back as well. So this is a little bit of oddball. We can't do these 17-inch wheels on older 350s because the rear axle is actually narrower and the tire would touch the leaf spring. So it can be done, but what we have to do is run an 1.5 inch spacer in the back, which isn't a huge deal, but as you can see, pokes it out a little bit. But he's got plans to make some custom fender flares for the back of this as well. So yeah, this has a Dana 70U rear axle in it. It did need to be re-geared. Came in with 410, so we put 456s in it. And then it also had a factory limited slip in it, which we rebuilt as well. So like I said, it does have our OBA. We had to get a little creative on where it went on this one. So the tank is right here on the frame, and the compressor lives above the rear axle there. You know, there's the forklift hole punch. So full-size spare in the back. The rear OBA port's hidden down here. So this is going to be a super cool rig for him. Drives awesome. Everybody loves the Chinooks. Really enjoyed driving this thing around the last couple weeks, shaking the bugs out of it. We had to tune it up too, so we did. The thing hadn't run for 3 years, so we had to drain all the gas out of it, new fuel filter. We replaced all the plugs and coils, which were all original, replaced the belt, all the pulleys, all kinds of stuff. Just made sure it was good to go. So as soon as I click stop on this video, I'm headed to the airport to pick him up. If you got any questions for me here in Colorado, email me at justin@ujoinoffroad.com. If you're inquiring about a DIY kit or install in North Carolina, email chris@ujoinoffroad.com. Thank you.